Good morning, everyone. Another little surprise. It's just before sunrise here in Spain, and I wanted to come on the live as the day is being born. For me, there's always something about sunrise, the fresh light cutting through the darkness, that feels the perfect backdrop to the talk of today, which is the rite of service. I've been working on my rites, and we've done a few lives in the mornings. Last one was the rite of silence. Today is about the rite of service. There's 8 that I've written about. And I don't mean service as in church service, or being a servant or running around fixing everyone's problems. I mean service in the way of the 8 rites that invites us into when your survival has become somebody else's roadmap. Good morning, Lucy. Good morning, Natasha. This is the sunrise in the Mediterranean, about 45 minutes south of Alicante. And if you look at it, the horizon is shifting. The night has done its job and the light is rising. And that's what service feels like. Hello, Faye. We don't hold the sun up in the sky. We don't control it. But we can bear witness to it. We can share its warmth with each other. That's what service is. It's not about being the sun. It's about saying, look, the light's come in. I've seen this dawn before. I know the way through the night. Let me stand with you until the day breaks. And service is survival shared. The rite of service is where the other rites begin to make sense. Awakening cracks you open. Embodiment lets you be whole in your skin. Struggle teaches you through the fire. Choice teaches us how to live moment by moment. And silence gives us our true voice back. And then comes service. The moment when you stop clutching your survival like a private secret and you start offering it to others who are walking through the same storm. And I can't serve you from perfection, but I can serve you from my scars. And that's the truth I want you to hear at sunrise today. The parts of you that nearly broke you are the very parts that will help someone else survive. And as you all probably know, because I've said it quite a lot recently, that for 25 years I lived in a corporate football world, boardrooms, stadiums, suits. From the outside I looked really successful. Morning, Caroline. Inside I was suffocating. For years I thought my service was to teach people, to perform spirituality, to be the one with the answers, but it wasn't. My service began when I dropped the performance and started saying, this is what I've survived. This is what nearly killed me. This is what I learned in the fire, and maybe it can help you too. And for me, that's the true rite of service. And let's clear something up. Service is not saviorism. You're not here to rescue people, fix them, or carry them on your back. That's control dressed as compassion. Service is not performance. It's not about telling your story in a way that makes you look strong or special. True service is very messy and very vulnerable. And service is not waiting until you're ready. You're never fully ready. You serve with what you've got, where you've got it at the time, which is right now. And as the sun is getting higher behind me, I want you to try something simple. Think of one struggle you survived. Just one. It could be great heartache, illness, anxiety, addiction, burnout. Now just ask yourself, what did that struggle teach me? What wisdom did I gain? And then ask, who could this wisdom serve? Who's still walking through what I've survived? That right there is your service blueprint. That's the medicine that you're carrying. And don't think service has to be starting a charity or leading a movement. It can be simple. It can be listening without fixing. It can be sharing your story with someone feels alone, letting your kids see you apologize, or speaking honestly on social media instead of performing, and choosing kindness when it costs you nothing. Service isn't about scale. It's about presence. And here's another secret. Service heals both ways. Every time I've told the truth about hiding my gifts, someone has whispered, I thought I was the only one. Every time I admitted to anxiety attacks, someone has breathed easier knowing they weren't alone. And that's a sacred exchange. And I give my scars, and in return I receive connection, and healing flows both ways. And it will always feel risky, because service asks you to bring into the light the very parts of yourself you've spent hiding. It's vulnerable to say, I've been broken, I've failed, I've hurt. But that's where the connection lives. That's where real healing happens. In many ways, it's like the sunrise doesn't apologize for the night. It rises preciously because of the night. And here's the beautiful part of the rites of service. It naturally leads into the next rite, which is leadership. Because real leadership isn't about being above people. It's about standing beside them. It's about saying, I don't have all the answers, but I'm going to walk with you. And service flows into leadership, and when your survival story becomes a pattern and a lantern for others. So as the sun there is starting to come up a little bit more, it's not due up for another 20 minutes, I don't think. It's 7:10 in the morning here in the UK, in Spain. Let me leave this with you before we do a bit of a meditation. Your scars are sacred. Your survival is sacred. And someone out there today is waiting for the medicine only you carry. And the rite of service isn't about waiting until you're perfect. It's about showing up at sunrise, as you are, with what you lived, and saying, here is my truth. If it helps you, take it. That's it. That's enough. That's service. It's a beautiful urban skyline here overlooking the Mediterranean Sea. It's going to be 35 degrees today. In Fahrenheit, that is double it and add 70. It's getting into the hundreds. But I woke up this morning and I thought, come on, Jules, let's get out there, son. Let's get one of your rites out there. Let's show the world some Mediterranean sunrise. Because you see, my scars, my things that I talk about, the way I teach, the belief I have of mediumship blending with your own beautiful self, the spiritual energy having the human experience. All the things that have happened to me over the years are the things that I talk about. And if people then can take some of that, then that's amazing. Because I woke up this morning, and when I write my words and I say, someone out there is waiting for the medicine only you carry, I'm pretty sure, I'm hopeful that one person will watch this today and realize that they don't have to be perfect. That their story becomes a lighthouse for somebody else. Your mess becomes a message for somebody else. The things that have gone wrong in your life could help somebody else. Whether that's through grief, through love, through hurt, through anxiety, through illness, through all of these things. Your speed bumps become somebody else's roadmap. And realize you don't have to be perfect, because your message will resonate. Vulnerable, truth. Don't sugarcoat it. Tell everybody everything that you feel comfortable telling them. Because somebody out there today is going, I can't cope no more. Can't do this anymore. I'm giving this up. I'm putting this down. The burden is too heavy. The time isn't right. And I can tell you something now. I'm sat in this beautiful balcony in Spain and feeling extremely blessed. And as I sit here feeling extremely blessed, I keep having this waft of some of the most nicest smells from the bakery downstairs. It is absolutely stunning, and I am sitting here starving, smelling this beautiful smell. And I'm fasted until 2 o'clock, so maybe this is another test. But I know I'll come through it. I want us to just do a little meditation for 5 minutes. And I appreciate some of you will be watching this in a replay or watching it on a replay on Instagram or wherever it is. So whatever you're doing today, maybe you're not in the right space. Maybe you're driving your car. Maybe if you are, be careful, by the way. Don't watch things and drive your car. But whatever you're doing, I wanted to do a little meditation as the sun rises. I wanted to take a breath with me. And that beautiful bird. See him go, whoa, go on, boy. Just take a breath with me. And take that breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, in and out. One more time as the sun rises, in and out. And I want you to feel your feet on the ground, the earth beneath you. The same earth that has held every step you've ever taken through struggle and survival. And just notice the air as it touches your skin, the soft warmth, wherever you are. For me, it's the warmth of the Spanish sunrise, the light beginning to stretch across the land. And realize that you are here. You are whole. You are human and you are spiritual, but you are alive. And when you just let your attention drop into your body, notice where you are holding the tension. Maybe you feel that in your jaw and in your shoulders and your chest, but allow them to soften with each breath. And breathe into your heart space. Feel the steady rhythm, that proof that you are survived. Every beat a story of endurance. And at this moment, I just want you to bring to mind the struggle you've walked through. You don't need to relive it. You don't need to judge it. You just need to acknowledge it. Maybe it's a loss. Maybe it's a heartbreak. Maybe it's an illness. Maybe it was even some form of anxiety. A time when you thought, I'm not going to get through this. And yet here you are, breathing in a sunrise with me. And I want you to whisper to yourself, I am blessed, I am survived, I am here. I am blessed, I am survived, I am here. And I want you to ask yourself, just gently, be kind to yourself, what did the struggle teach me? What wisdom did it carve into my bones? What strength did it awaken in me? Pause, breathe, and let the answers just rise slowly as the sun does in the background. Now I want you to see that wisdom in your hands, not as words, but as light, a glowing ember of medicine only you carry. This light that you hold in your hands from the experiences that you've had, for the lessons it's taught. And I want you to imagine someone walking through a storm, maybe someone who's walking through a storm that you know well now. You don't need to know their face, just see their outline. And they're struggling in a way, the very way that you did. And in this meditation, just step toward them. Hold out your hands. Offer them the ember of light that you carry. You don't have to fix them. You don't have to carry them. Just let your survival be a lantern for their path. See them take it. See them steady themselves by your light. And notice as they receive it that you feel the warmth of healing too. And I want you now just to take a nice deep breath in and out and just slowly open your eyes. In doing so, you see the screen, you can feel the warmth of the sunrise. And a reminder that light always returns, that your story, your scars, your survival are a part of the dawn someone else is waiting for. And you can whisper to yourself, my survival is sacred. My service is to share it. And my scars are the medicine for the world. I hope you've enjoyed this morning. I hope you've enjoyed it. And think about true service. True service flows like the sunrise. The sun doesn't ask for applause. It doesn't drain itself to shine. It rises because it's in its nature to rise. And in rising, the whole world benefits. And that's what the Rite of Service is inviting us into. A way of living where your very being, your very story, your very scars, your very survival becomes medicine for others. And your service is not what you do. It's who you become by surviving and what flows naturally from that survival. And we struggle a lot with what I call spiritual imposter syndrome, where we stop ourselves from serving. And one of the biggest lies we carry is I'm not enough to help anyone. We think, who am I to guide others? Who am I to share my story? But as I said before, here's the truth. Someone somewhere right now is praying for the very wisdom that you're carrying. You hide it, you may never find it. Your service doesn't have to be dramatic, doesn't have to go viral, doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It only has to be yours. You don't need a stage to serve. You only need honesty. And sometimes honesty whispered at sunrise can be the loudest sermon. Every time you give from your scars, you'll heal a little deeper inside yourself. And the rite of service isn't glamorous. It doesn't put you on a pedestal. In fact, it pulls you off one. I used to think leadership meant having the answers. Now I know it's about having the courage to admit to the questions. And when you share those questions out loud, that's service, because people see that they're not alone in wondering, in doubting, in stumbling. And real service isn't handing out answers. It's holding out your hand and saying, I've walked this road too. And just look at the sky now. It's brighter, it's stronger, it's clearer. But that's the rhythm of service. The sun doesn't debate whether it's worthy to rise. It doesn't ask permission to shine. It simply shows up again and again and again. And your service doesn't need perfection. It only needs consistency. Showing up with your truth day by day by day by day by day. Service is showing up when you'd rather hide. It's telling the truth when silence would be easier. It's rising again and again and again and again like the sun. So let me give you 3 practical steps for today. Number 1, name your survival. What did you live through that once thought you couldn't? Write it down and honor it. Number 2, extract the medicine. Ask, what did it teach me? What wisdom did I get? Then offer the light. Look around. Who might need this? Who can I share it with? And it could be a conversation, it could be a social post, it could be a quiet moment with a friend. It doesn't have to be loud. Service doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, you're not alone. And it takes courage, because service asks you to bring your scars into the light. But here's the promise. When you do, someone else finds the courage to bring theirs too. And little by little, we stop performing, we stop hiding, we stop pretending, and we start living whole. Courage in service is contagious. Your bravery becomes someone else's permission. So as this sunrise keeps going, I want to leave you with this. Service is not optimal. It's not something you do. It's not something you wait to do when you're perfect. It's the natural next step of living whole. Your scars are not accidents. Your survival is not random. They are sacred medicine. And someone out there is waiting for the light that you carry. And just like the sun, rise. Just like the sun, share it with the part of the world that it shines on today. Your scars are sacred. Your survival is sacred. Your service is sacred. Good morning. How are you? Hope you're okay. It's a little bit early here in UK. I keep saying UK, in Spain. As you can see, my eyes probably look tired, and my hair looks probably a little bit as if I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. But the rite of service is real, it's true. I could have spent the last 25 minutes trying to put my makeup on, making sure my eyebrows were the right way round, or whatever the scenarios were, that every hair was perfection. But then guess what? We'd have missed the sunrise. And that's not what it's about. And we don't need a stage to serve, we just need honesty. And I think that's important. And sometimes, as I've said, I've written loads of stuff down here, but the most powerful service is sitting beside someone in silence. Service doesn't roar, it only whispers. Real service isn't handing out answers, it's holding a hand out and saying, I've walked this road too. The rite of service isn't about changing the world in one grand gesture. It's about changing one moment again and again and again and again and again and again until the world changes. And the rite of service is where your pain finds its purpose. And I think about all of those things. I teach lots of things. I share my wisdom, I share my experiences, I share my scars, whether that's in spirituality and connection and relationship with myself and the wider world that I'm learning every single day, and I'm going to learn a bit more today. Or maybe it's in mediumship, trying to get people to understand that everyone has the gift. It's a special way of living, and we don't have to prove anything, we don't have to do anything, we just sit in an altered state of consciousness, pushing out our awareness, setting an intention, allowing spirit to come in and feeling and sensing that energy, and not having too much expectation or too much demand. You know, why can't I see spirit? Why can't I hear spirit? Well, why can't we accept and feel spirit? Now, ultimately, we all want to progress and improve and be better and all of these things. But sometimes we just gotta, the teaching is being present consistently, showing up and seeing what happens. And I know in mediumship in my life that the parts that almost broke me are the parts that are going to save someone else. 7:30. I think sunrise is 7:34, so I tried to time it that we would be finishing this talk just as the sun came up. But like everything I've talked about, nothing's perfect. Nothing's perfect. But I can't flip the camera back around because it's a much nicer view of me. You can see over there in the distance a place called La Manga, and that little hill there. How amazing is this world? See the sunrise there, look, the sun is there, it is coming up. Today now I'm gonna, with my dodgy knee, I'm gonna go for a little walk, get a coffee. And take today for what it is, which is a beautiful way of gratitude of me healing. It's my holiday, but you know what? You know what I'm like. I'm laying in bed thinking, God, I wonder if anybody would want to see a sunrise. Would anyone want to be with me in Spain, just taking one breath at a time? And I don't mind if one person turns up, or 1,000 people turn up, or 1,000,000 people turn up. As long as one person does, and if it helps one person today, this talk, then this 30 odd minutes has been well worth it. So whatever you're doing today, do it with courage, do it with love, do it with service, do it with embodiment, do it with awakening, do it with all of the rites that we've spoke about before, but just do it. And know that you are enough. That today is the day you take another step forward, you take another breath. Drop that spiritual imposter syndrome we've discussed and go for it. Because the sun has risen this morning without knowing whether one person's watching it, a million people are watching it, or anybody's doing anything with it. It just rises, it shares, it's consistent, it loves, shows the world all of its scars so that we can learn and heal and all of those things. Got 2 more minutes before that sun comes right up. And you can feel the warmth already this morning. It's nice to be outside at this early hour. About 7:30 now, it's not early. In a pair of shorts and t-shirt. Barefooted. You can now start to hear, if you listen, some people talking in Spanish. What a beautiful sunrise. So thank you all for watching. Thank you for being with me on this journey. Thank you for allowing me to share my scars. Thank you for allowing me to be part of service, and I hope that my courage to do these things is contagious. Because your bravery becomes someone else's permission. And remember that the rite of service is where your pain finds your purpose. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing. Be love and give love. And I might show you another sunrise tomorrow. I might even do a sunset tonight. Have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing. Take care. Thanks for being with me.